Aren't you tired of being sad? Aren't you tired of feeling like the victim? Aren't you tired of feeling like you're not supposed to be here? Tired of feeling like you are just a background character, a side character in your life is insignificant compared to others? Aren't you tired of feeling like sadness, depression, and anxiety is a normal emotion for you? As if this is how life is supposed to feel. Aren't you tired of feeling like that? I'm tired of feeling like that. I know you're tired of feeling like that. I used to be such a happy kid, Used to be such a happy kid. And I moved a lot and was isolated, and there's so many things from my childhood that I just cannot seem to get over. And I know I'm not alone with that. There's some things in your life that you just cannot seem to get over. And we're working on it, we're trying, and we're doing this thing, we're doing that thing, and it just does not seem to click. It doesn't seem to click for us. And it starts to get to a point where you feel pitiful, where you feel like something is just wrong with you mentally. And it shows as visible to people else around you. It shows as visible. People can see that something's off with this person, something's wrong with them, something's the matter. What's going on? Aren't you tired of that being the normal? I feel for you. I feel for me. And I want us to heal. I want us to grow. And there's a reason why I put this video out here, because I know there's a lot of people who carry this weight not as well as I do. Every day, there's people taking their own life. And it hurts. It hurts me to think about. It's hurting families. And it's hurting the people who have to get up every day and carry this. And they didn't ask for this fight. They didn't ask for this fight. There's a couple of things I want to share with you, if you care to stick around. But the first thing I want to say is, I'm just realizing today how weird and peculiar I actually am. That it's not people. Like when you're meeting me and I am who I am, I understand for some people it could be very intriguing, and for some it could be very like, what the heck? This guy's odd. And it's not like I'm just extremely odd, it's just I'm just not the norm, right? Maybe in 10 years, a personality like myself will become primary, will become what people are trying to portray themselves to be, but for right now, it's not. So I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's like pineapples on pizza. If you love it, you love it. Some are just completely against it and they think you're crazy for even asking about it. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, for you guys who feel this way, is I want you to understand that some people love pineapple on pizza. And if you feel like That's who you are. It's okay, man. There's people out there that will love you, that will appreciate you, that will value you, and that will pick you above anything else. I mean, there's some people that don't even like pizza, but they somehow take a slice of pizza with some pineapple on it, and that's the thing. And some of you guys might be like, hey, I ain't that weird. I'm the person who's going to take the cheese pizza. Or I'm the person that's going to take the veggie pizza. There's people like that, man. There's people for you. There's people that will swear by that. They will choose you over anything else. So I want you to understand that there's people who adore you. There's people who love you. There's people who want to be more like you. There's people who you inspire. There's people who you motivate. There's people who are so happy and moved and touched by your presence. And there's going to be more people in the future who feel this way about you. And you won't meet them if you decide to leave this world. They won't be able to be touched by you if you decide to leave this world. So I want you to be mindful that some people need that pineapple pizza, brother. Some people need that pineapple pizza, sis. Be their pineapple pizza. Also, we got to do a better job at understanding this fight that we're fighting. Everybody don't believe what I believe. I get that. So you translate this into your belief. But I believe that everyone's here for a reason. That God called for you and put you here at this specific time and day, that you're even seeing this video because it was through God's will, right? Right? So with that, some of us, we have stronger battles that will be a greater shift in the flow and balance of good and evil. Some of us will free so many other people. Some people can only be impacted by you, and God wants to use you. And the enemy, right? Lucifer, Satan, demons, whatever you want to insert here for your understanding. They have been studying you since birth, and they're aware of what you will bring into the world, what you will bring into the hearts and minds of other people, that you will free people with your words, with your guidance, with your being, with your self-expression. And they cannot allow you to exist, but they cannot harm you because God has a protection over your life, right? They can't harm you. So what they do is they try to make you hate yourself. They want you to feel depressed. There's a constant attack on your soul. There's a constant attack on your mind. And if they can shackle you for you to not understand how important you are in the large scale of this spiritual warfare, right? They can get you to take yourself out the game, which will give the enemy more time to push their agenda. But see, the battle is already won because God is an undefeated God. The enemy cannot win, but it hurts God to see his children suffer. So the enemy wants to make you suffer every single day of your life, especially those who the enemy knows has the ability that God has entrusted you with a mission, a purpose to help and free other people. It's not about you. It's about the dark forces in this world and their hatred of the good in you, what you represent. You're a chosen person. You're a chosen person. You get me? It's very important that you stay. You stay. The third thing I want to talk about is understanding that we have to make sure that every day we are learning to beat these tactics. Like, we can't allow the same things to work on us. We have to be stoic, be aware of our emotions, be aware of our thoughts, and understand what's not of us and what's not of the Lord, your God, right? When the enemy is trying to put thoughts in our mind. This is why I encourage you guys to journal, to empty out your mind. Put your thoughts down, put your feelings down, observe them, analyze them, be more in tune with how you feel and what you think. The journal will free you, will help you, instead of keeping it all in your mind, instead of talking to friends and family because they might not get it, but you get it. And it's your flesh that is so susceptible to the attacks of the enemy. It's not your spirit, right? It's not your soul. It's the flesh that is so weak. It is the flesh. You don't have the ability to kill your soul. Suicide is the killing of the flesh. It is the untethering of the soul from the flesh, right? You don't have the ability to kill your soul. You want to sever the attachment your soul has to your flesh. And you have to understand that you need to master your flesh. It's as if your soul is superior to your flesh. And your soul has to master this flesh, which is inferior to it, but it's primary to it. You get me? We are having a human experience, so the flesh is primary in this world. And the soul is secondary, but in the great scheme of things, the soul exists on a higher plane, right? So you have to tame this, for lack of a better word, your flesh. Things like journaling, things like exercising, things like meditating, things like conversing in a safe environment where you can grow and be vulnerable, right? Join my Discord. We are building a community of encouraging, supporting, loving, caring individuals. And the link is in the description. It's free. It's just a community where we can just chat and discourse, right? That's what's called Discord. It's for discourse, right? And it's very important, guys. It's very important. It's very important. I have a video on this about learning to love yourself more, so I won't go too in depth on that, but I want you guys to understand that it is your flesh that is weak to these attacks, and you have to start raising your frequency, raise your vibration so that you can master your flesh, right? Understand that you are a spirit having a human experience. I see my flesh first, it's primary, right? But it's secondary to in my being. My soul is greater than my flesh. I just want to put this out as a reminder for those struggling to be aware that this is happening to you because you have a very important mission. You have great authority in this world, and we need you to keep going. We need you to keep going. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves.